Well, that was a good talk we had earlier, guys. Right as the credits finished. I'm sorry. And, okay, the music's getting hype again. Alright, we have to... Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Hold up. Hold up. Holy moly, I miscalculated. I grossly miscalculated. Hold on. Spoilers! Okay, so I made the mistake of going into Ubisoft Play, so, oh my god, okay, I can hear myself thinking again. Anyway, we're gonna be here in 3 for a while, because I forgot 3 also has a spin-off game called Liberation. But, yeah. USA, USA. Yep. Forgot about this too. Oh boy. I'm just drowning in content. Blood off. Just kidding, who are we? Background. Interesting. It's a little sad because there used to be a multiplayer option between single player and Tyranny. Unfortunately, those don't get remastered, but whatever. I choose Ezio.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both, but we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles.
Enjoy the recap.
Son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call Pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group.
Cesare Borgia, everyone.
You know
Go look him up.
We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus.
Another sound test, also Ezio.
It allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation.
Brotherhood Ezio, mind you.
Went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching. Bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches. December 21st, 2012.
Y'all remember that?
What it'll bring, only that this
Horrified me as a child.
when it does.
To
They've been guiding us. in their own
2012, legit thought I was gonna die.
These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
It's a very serious accusation. So we're in Virginia, if my geography checks out. Two months from the apocalypse, roughly. Or a month and a half.
We're here.
I feel like I've had that glow stick for years. At least Desmond doesn't look like Nico Bellic anymore.
Let's go.
That's an improvement. Time to learn how to play again. Because every game's kind of the same, but there's always little tweaks in between that make it so that playing the old way doesn't really feel normal. Unless you're Revelations. In which case, you're totally the same.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Can't see shit. Oh no. Okay. Like I said, I've played this, but I never finished it. This may be one of the reasons why I never finished it. Is because the Desmond bits are not very fun.
I think we're here.
No, my glow stick. Thanks for this. Thanks for your service, friend. 3 long games. Now he's gone. Just like Ezio. There's a skip button. But I won't use it until the credits.
key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir,
James Holden. The
Here we
first.
go again.
Desmond?
Can I do it? Yep.
You hear us?
Oh boy, it's a little hard to do.
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally,
It's
you
not
brought
as
me to
nice.
the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay.
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right.
I do enjoy the camera's perspective
Son,
now. I feel like
No,
this is a
it's
good
fine.
distance.
Get it.
I don't like when the camera's
And
too
I
far
know
away.
what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. There's no idea where it is, though.
Sleep paralysis demons.
Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus.
Yeah, I don't
want
wanna
to
go back.
A couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Time to see if I can style. Yep.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
Who needs a hook blade? Just jump.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course.
Oh! Okay. Cannot style on the long jumps. Noted.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
Hey, what's up?
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
Alright. This is prepping me for the tree parkour. The one thing Ezio could never do. Climb a tree. Oh, I just realized Connor's gonna have Connor's gonna have hops.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world.
Now I'm a pirate.
Find out what the temple wants from you.
Yeah, I know I got full sync. What do you take me for, a goober?
sir. Sir. Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
I do think Hatham's design is probably one of my favorites of the main characters.
Shall I take your coat, sir?
No one does that. Don't this look dapper?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
My apologies.
Evening, Haytham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
I already have.
Both against roads and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage streets, since we live by them.
Sir, Black Mall had sent word of trial comes on in the afternoon, and she hopes you will order matters so as to bring her
1,000 pardons. My apologies.
There's the quiet dog, now defending his territory. And the other dog begging to be let back in, so that he can also defend the territory. Don't worry, don't look at the fingers. Don't pay attention to me, just pay attention to each other. I know what you're doing in there. Everyone ignore that and make your own story over about what that was. Oh yes, lockpicking. You guys can't feel this, but I have to rotate the sticks on the controller until they vibrate a lot. Everyone, no one knows where I am.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Goodbye. You might want to get your eyes fixed. They don't look normal. Screaming 3, 2, 1. See you later, fellas.
Come on, please.
Haha.
I beg your pardon. Help pushing, please. Patience, please. Let us through.
Order! We must have order!
That's an opera.
The musical scores in Assassin's Creed have always been top notch.
There is no danger! It happened
Just wanted to point that out.
What are those men doing?
I'm staying where it's safe.
Order! We must have order!
Nothing interesting in the play happening. Thought there'd be something going on.
Imbecile!
Where are you going?
Thanks, guy.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
You know American history. You know the impact of those
Passage
names.
to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Free me, please. Thank you. Dapper as hell. Guess who that was?
Some fresh air might do me good.
And a bathroom break would do me good. I'll be right back. Go to the bathroom. If you're watching this recorded, go get some water. You have the time. And we're back. Hope everyone's hydrated. Make sure you drink plenty of water, because if your pee is yellow, you are dehydrated. Back to it. What's going on in this neck of the... Oh... Oh no. Funarona is believed to have originated in Madagascar. It is played on a 9-row by 5-column board of intersecting lines. Each player places 22 black or white pieces on the board, then tries to capture the opponent's pieces by moving his along the lines and either approaching an opposing stone or withdrawing one. Nope. I never played Caravan, I never played Gwent. I will not play whatever that was.
And then all will be well. You sure about that? Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Oh, you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Oof.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this. That's enough, Graves. Stay out of this.
Oh, let's see if I remember. Ah. Like I said, things have changed. It is no longer a matter of timing, it is a matter of having it ready.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain sees us...
To hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
Boy. Oh, circle the counter. Yeah, see. Hey-o.
I'm ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
He hit him so hard there was no noise.
Do you yield?
Never! How do you like these odds?
Yeah, see what I mean when they say there's a lot more. There's a lot more options when it comes to combat.
These fought. We were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about.
Back when lol was a real word.
Please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway.
We did it.
I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Think.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
Power fucking move. You also pour that off the side, not into the cup.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not having second thoughts, are you?
I know it needs to be done, but...
What?
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up. The shifty fella won't hardly take his hat off. Keeps his face in too. So.
Louis Mills. Louis Mills is a deckhand originally from where we British somewhat optimistically call sunny Brighton. He got his love of the sea from his father, who was also a sailor. He first took young Louis to sea with him at the age of 10, sailing from London to Boston on a vessel named the Windward. As he grew older, Mills kept working as a merchant marine, traveling the world and gaining a reputation as a reliable and level-headed sailor. He joined the crew of Providence in 1752, staying with the captain and crew through a variety of hardships, though by 1755 he was thinking of moving on. Oh boy. Might as well read Reginald. Reginald Birch was a London merchant, the son of another London merchant who, conveniently enough, also had the name Birch. It seems one of those hard to put your finger on things that ran in the family. Fun fact: last names were usually related to a profession. Birch started in business for himself at an early age. By the time he was in his mid-20s, he already owned several merchant ships, mainly dealing with the tea trade to the American colonies. That's pretty good going, seeing as by the time most people are in their mid-20s, they don't even own a shirt. I have him as part owner of the Providence, among others. Later in life, Birch also owned several businesses in and around London. He was a member of White's, which was a posh gentleman's club in London, and generally a well-known and respected man about town. From what I can tell, Birch met Haytham Kenway while working for his father, Edward. Spoiler alert! They were introduced at White's while Haytham was still quite young. Birch would eventually take over Haytham's education, tutoring him while on a tour of Europe in the 1730s. From what we've seen in The Animus, it seems their friendship continued into adulthood, with them working together as members of the Assassins. I'm not reading these three because you know them. Oh, that's a lot to read. If they come up, I'll read them. I'll go talk to the cook first. You're not the cook.
Won't be serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
Actually, I've come with a question.
What's that?
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice, go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrel.
Are you James?
Aye.
Haytham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me. So, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
There they are again.
I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I can't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they have a little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. Deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
times were not provisioned for such luxuries.
What's going on in this neck of the woods?
Curious. Most curious.
Peace, my friends, peace. Especially you.
Any news?
Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down! A warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks!
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted? Secure the hatch!
Haytham. Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Ah, I see, okay. I've never seen a combat stance like this. But you know what? I'm not gonna judge it.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
They'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right, all right. told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Alright, time to do fisherman things. Even though we're not fishing.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Hate them! You take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
James sounded like he was having a moment. Oh boy. Assassin's Creed climbing. What is going on? What is Oh! Oh! Whoa. Okay. Okay, Nathan. Okay, maybe Hathan's a little bit too powerful. Just a little. That's what happens when you take shortcuts, people. Bye, James. I'm slipping. I know, James.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Just keep talking to the funny voice and we'll be fine. Oh, there they go. What's it, Daniel? I'll probably get some later. Then hit me with a historical fact about the American Revolution. Go. Quickly.
There was a battle where they only lost 3 men and killed over like 4,000 British people.
Okay, who did though? The Americans?
Yes, the Americans.
Okay. There's your factoid.
We'll have some later. No idea how, but they did it.
Cheat codes, probably.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
He's not gonna climb like a normal person, is he?
No, I'm not gonna climb like a normal person. Oh, hey, we beat Revelations, by the way. And by the end of the credits, the game crashed.
Nice.
Ah, yes. It's the colonies, folks. I thought we already did sequence 1. Yeah, baby. Full sync. I'm not reading the emails. €2,000. Euros? Florins? Euros.
Now you have good old American gold coins.
Ah, yes. Boston. Home of
Master Kenway.
that one time where a lot of people died.
Help you? Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city. Help you
That
settle
too.
in. No need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Thanks, Charles.
John and Isabel.
Oh boy, okay, here we go. This guy, you guys probably know him. Charles Lee was a British soldier who went on to be a major figure for the Revolutionary War. Lee's father was a colonel in the British Army and started his son off in the military career early. He was sent to the military academy in Switzerland during his formative years, and then in 1746, Lee became an ensign to his father's regiment. Lee was sent to the colonies in 1755 to fight in the French and Indian War. He served under Edward Braddock and then later at Fort Ticonderoga. I know that because of pencils. Where he was injured in the fighting. Lee recovered and fought at Fort Niagara. I'd always thought there were a lot of fort fights fought. Fort fights fought. That's horrible.
Got no tea.
Thanks. He finished his time in the colonies with the British conquest of Montreal. Lee returned to England in 1760, possibly because he was seeking career advancement. He was named a major in 1761 and was sent to fight the Spanish in Portugal. Though his service record was good, Lee didn't receive any praise, even on his return home. In fact, he was retired from the army at half pay. After that, Lee became a vocal critic of military higher-ups and the British Prime Minister, and found that his military career had inexplicably become stalled. He also looks like he smells funny. I'll probably be reading something for Boston in a second.
Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and
Cat.
I figured I might... Well, at least until he arrives.
Cat.
I thought...
Yes?
Pet the cat. No!
Forgive me, sir.
Please.
I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the order, I can imagine no better man
Cat doesn't
than
want me.
yourself.
Kind of you to say, but I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
Wait, no way. Hold on. Oh my god. Well, I wanted to know if I could, but I didn't know if I should.
Are you by any chance
Charles Lee can't
John and
swim.
Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might...
Dog.
Well, at least until he arrives. I thought...
Yes?
Give me the dog.
Forgive
Good
me,
boy.
sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Kind of you to say, but I think you
There's another
overestimate
one.
me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
Bloody hell!
Oh, yes, redbacks.
Stop him!
Nope. Can't
Boston's
even.
quite a lively city. There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Hold a moment. I need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
We have a world map. Time to see how the parkour holds up.
Break your teeth.
Yep, that's pretty clean. And Hatham can fly.
Get back here with that, you
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin? Benjamin Franklin was a renowned inventor, diplomat, and one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Translation, he was a rock star of the year.
Kill him!
No. Benjamin Franklin was born in Boston in 1706, the 10th son of the soap maker. 10 sons. I guess his parents couldn't afford a television, also there was no television. He began working for his brother in 1718 as an apprentice printer, however their relationship was rocky, particularly after the elder Franklin found out that young Benjamin had been writing for the paper under a pseudonym, Silence Dogood, and writing an extremely popular column at that. Human nature being what it is, the fact that the column was popular was probably the bigger problem. Benjamin ran away in 1723 and headed for Philadelphia, where he continued his career in printing and writing, eventually buying the Pennsylvania Gazette. The business, I mean, not just a copy. That would have been one of his lesser achievements. He stayed in Philadelphia for most of his life. That is, when he wasn't making extended trips to Europe. This is a long one. Franklin had a talent for persuasion, and that made him an ideal diplomat. In 1757, he went to London to represent Pennsylvania in an ongoing legal battle with the Penn family. It was the first of several extended political trips to Britain, and he would act as the state rep for Massachusetts, Georgia, and New Jersey as well. In fact, Franklin was in Europe for most of the Revolution, though he was in the colonies to help for the writing of the Declaration of Independence. Franklin was a vocal opponent of British impositions on the colonies, like the Stamp Act, and although he first fought for the rights of colonists as British citizens, he eventually became convinced, like many of the Founding Fathers, that independence was the only real solution. Unfortunately, Franklin's change of heart made him clash with his son William, who served as the royal governor of New Jersey. William remained an active loyalist. The father and son never spoke again. When he wasn't founding a new nation and destroying his family in the process, Franklin was a scientist, inventing things like bifocals and more efficient wood stoves when he wasn't mapping the Gulf Stream and discovering how electricity worked. What have you done today? Made yourself a microwave meal and sat about in your underwear? Oh, well done you.
We had McDonald's.
That's true. He was also quite the lady killer, Jesus, this guy. Carrying on several friendships with women while he was in Europe. The records don't say what exactly they saw in him, certainly not his looks. Maybe women like a man whose intelligence. If that was true, I wouldn't be here. I'd be in Portugal surrounded by them, and you'd be looking at a black screen.
Damn sprigs. This accursed city will be the death of me.
You seem troubled, friend.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Vulcan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever... Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Hatham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but...
You're imposing.
You seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Look, I'm not sure if I...
It's all right, if you have the time.
That's the collectible for this game, by the way.
No harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
Well, that was interesting.
Collect Almanac 1733, Volume 1. Dog. What's up with you? What? Communities of correspondence. Since the American Revolution happened in the dark days before there was the internet, and even before telephones, organizing a colonial opposition to the British was a bit tricky. I don't want to make you cry, but these clowns didn't even have dial-up. The solution was to send out riders bearing letters to inform colonists in other areas what was going on. These became known as committees of correspondence, correspondence being a fancy name for letters. If you did not know this, I am amazed you have even read this far. Actually, I'm amazed you can even read this far. Oh my god, tell me about it. Samuel Adams created one of the first committees of correspondence in Boston in 1772. In particular, he wanted to keep people outside of Boston informed about town meetings, so the governor couldn't invite only his friends to the meetings. That would be less of a meeting, more like a dinner party. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Adams's committee worked so well that everyone started doing it. Eventually, all the colonies had their own committees, focused on presenting a united front against British-imposed taxes, supporting boycotts of British goods. Really, Adams should have patented the idea. He could have made a fortune. Oh, stealing takes time. I see. I'd like a gun, please. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh, that's so weird. You are just like the flint. Oh, I can only have one. I can only have one at a time. I see. No, I can have two. Yep, that's a gun.
The Silver Fox offers all travelers the finest fare and rates in the city.
Alright. That's I missed it. I missed that.
The proprietors
Help.
are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not cry.
Help. Okay.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits
Well, it
for us at
functions.
the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause, and you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
Well, I'm sorry, Green Dragon Tavern. This tavern is sometimes called the headquarters of the revolution, though I imagine when it is, they pronounce it headquarters of the revolution, because overthrowing the government in a pub is thirsty work. It was a popular place for people like Paul Revere and Samuel Adams to sit with their friends and plot. Up until 1754, the tavern was owned by William Douglas. When he died, his property was left to his daughter, Catherine Kerr, and his nephew, Cornelius Douglas. They divided their inheritance equally, and it seems got along famously. The Freemasons bought the tavern in 1766 and renamed it the Freemasons' Arms, which didn't actually stick because the sign above the door was still a green dragon. Freemasons, the secret society everyone knows about. Let's get a pub where we can meet in complete secret and no one will ever know. Brilliant. What shall we call it? How about the Freemasons' Arms? Legend has it that Paul Revere's ride was planned here, but that's unlikely. By 1774, Revere had been warned that the British were listening in on his meetings and had therefore stopped making super secret plans in public where anyone could hear them. Someone tell the Masons. You know where to find them. French Rapier.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a
There she is.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit.
Wait a
Something
minute.
to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
This way.
Hanger sword. It's a lot of weapons.
Sir, William Johnson. A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
I'm putting together a
precursor
team.
site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
William Johnson. William Johnson was a land speculator and Britain's principal treaty negotiator with the indigenous peoples in the northern part of the colonies, particularly the Iroquois. Johnson was born in Ireland, but moved to the colonies in 1738 to look after his uncle's property on the Mohawk River. However, it wasn't long before Johnson branched out into business for himself, acquiring property on the opposite side of the river and setting up a sawmill and trading post, which he named Mount Johnson, which to me always sounds like a mating instructions from a caveman. Oh my god. Crude humor. In 1743, he moved to an even larger parcel of land, which he named Fort Johnson. He may have been an excellent businessman, but it's possible he lacked an imagination.
It's writers in that school.
Johnson befriended the indigenous people in the area, particularly the... I'm not pronouncing that! There is a...
Kayen-Kahaka.
I forget what's... colon, there's a colon in there, I'm not pronouncing that. Whose language he learned. His respect for their customs helped him rise to prominence as a liaison between the Iroquois people and the British government. Johnson was named Superintendent of Indian Affairs in 1756 as a contact who knows the land and its people. He's probably the best you'll find.
Tell me about yourself, William.
What's to tell? I was born in Ireland to Catholic parents, which I learnt early in life severely limited my opportunities. So I converted to Protestantism and journeyed here at the behest of my uncle. But I fear my uncle Peter was not the swiftest of men. He sought to open trade with the Kayen-Kahaka, but chose to build...
Kayen-Kahaka is how it's pronounced.
Instead of on them.
Okay.
I tried to reason with the man, but...
Kayen-Kahaka, okay.
Not the swiftest. So, I took what little money I'd earned and bought my own little plot of land. I built a home, a farm, a store, and a mill. Humble beginnings, but well situated, which made all the difference.
So this is how you came to know the Mohawk?
Indeed, and it has proved a valuable relationship.
But still no mention from your contacts of the precursor site? No hidden temple or ancient constructs?
Yes and no. Which is to say, they had their fair share of sacred sites. Earthen mounds, forest clearings, hidden caves, but nothing matching what you describe. No strange metals, no odd glows.
It is well hidden.
Even to them, it seems. But cheer up, my friend. You'll have your precursor treasure. I swear it.
To our success, then.
And soon.
I feel like I read this already. Okay. We don't know when he was born? Interesting. Thomas Hickey was an Irish-born member of the British Army. He arrived in Boston in 1752, but it wasn't long before he was assigned to William Johnson's personal guard, apparently at Johnson's request, possibly because their families were connected in Ireland, or maybe he found the name Hickey funny. The record isn't clear. Hickey served under Johnson during the French and Indian War, but then he left the army after being written up several times for disorderly conduct. After 1760, Hickey disappears from the historical record for several years. I do, however, have several mentions in William Johnson's household account of payment made to T.H. It's possible Hickey was working for him as a spy. If so, he should really have developed some tougher codes to crack. I'm not reading that email.
Emails don't exist.
I don't remember. That door was something else.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, John.
Boy.
William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
Don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout. Take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened.
Mercenaries using firearms.
Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
As far as no one... you know what? There's already so much gunfire. P.S. These guns were nowhere near accurate as they're being portrayed.
Smoothbore.
Dan, did Flintlocks use smoothbore or something else?
Huh?
These flintlock weapons.
They were nothing bore. Just a pipe.
Go on now, before you make us mad.
What on earth?
Want to reload it? Are we dropping it? Reload, 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 reload! Ow. Give me some space.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
What now?
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
Running out of rounds.
On with the show then. Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all. Bet this'll fetch. Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Reflex shot. It just... Oh. Reload, reload, reload.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham, this one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being
Well... Oops.
Back to the Green Dragon then. I need a drink.
Oh boy. Sorry? Yeah, sorry. I didn't know it was gonna auto-aim towards him.
Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this rabble.
Just let me choose my pistol.
Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
I can probably steal their weapons. Dog. Pet the dog. Oh well, that's okay. That gun belongs to the dog now. Thanks, dog. I got now. Okay, now I can fight for real.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
There's more of them. Yep. Assassin's Creed 3 finishes have always been great. Aha!
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
Full sync.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
A tailor.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Hey, full sync, baby. You know, there's something I'm curious about, if there's any extras in this. Guess not. DNA tracker. Guess not. Nope. Don't even look at me. Don't. Oh my god. Walked right away from Charles.
Evening, gentlemen.
Thank
Charming. You. Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Daddy needs a drink.
That was a hell of an arm you had there, Thomas. Holy moly, the other thing went flew.
Maps and maps are not cutting it.
What have your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that.
What do you do, Thomas?
There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Church will. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
Some of you may be wondering where Connor is. You are not alone.
The Alps.
I really don't want to try this. Monkey clap! Or monkey squeeze, I guess. The music is really loud! I clicked the wrong button. Okay, British regulars. Redbacks. British regulars were the foot soldiers of the British Army. You'll also hear them referred to derisively as redcoats, because of the red coats they wear as part of their uniforms. I'll bet you didn't see that coming. Or lobsterbacks, because of their huge deadly pincers. Or still because of the red coat thing, I can't remember which. Regulars in the colonies were notoriously underpaid, and many looked for work outside of the army duties to make ends meet. Of course, their room and board were paid for by the government, meaning they could charge lower than average rates for their work. Since unemployment was high in Boston before the revolution, you can imagine this Yeah, you can imagine made the Red Coat rather unpopular among people they were taking work from. That and the huge deadly pincers.
Wonderful. Charles?
Sir?
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
You find him. Come. I'll show you how.
Interesting. Time to camouflage again. Dog.
Should we write his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
Shelton and Tweed Undertakers. Counts on
Okay.
to provide the full range of peaceful, dignified services.
Okay.
Daily departing.
Yep, don't mind me. Also dog.
Rates in transatlantic shipping. Contract wells broken.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast. No doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
We're going to the church. Oop. We're good. Monkey clap. Or squeeze. I guess there's no monkey clap anymore. Nope. Cool.
Time to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
100% success, okay. Okay, I guess I can't do that. Eavesdrop on a moving group of... on a... what? Oh, I get it.
One, Samuel Adams, the Boston town tax collector, has been sanctioned for failing to collect taxes.
Okay.
I'm not surprised, but they all plead ignorance. Bugger that! They're lying! Aye. Well, what can I do? Threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then.
To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
Then forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
Okay. Gotta find a moving guard. Okay, one of those guards is having a moment. Yep. Well. Might as well put him out of his misery. Help. Hey, what's up? Oh, well, you're fixed now. Now you're definitely fixed.
There is hope to church, but one way or another, the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man. He's grim times ahead.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good. Cutter was with him.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me.
Oh boy.
Let's not buy any meat to be had. Good call.
Got it. Okay. Hey, what's up?
I asked if I could help, and they waved me away. Insisted it was all under control. How odd. Did they say what had happened? No. Only that it was a trifling matter, and he'd be returned home soon. There was some blood, though, so I wonder if it wasn't more serious than they let on. Where were they taking him? Towards the hilltop. Perhaps there's a doctor at the fort.
Okay. Don't be detected. Got it.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time. Just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you're raised in the manner that I was. Perception is fundamental to the Order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way. Careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them.
The waterfront. Awesome.
Locked. I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
To the key from the guard. Got it. Oh, but I should just stick the key. Didn't see me. Nope. And we're restarting. Oh boy. Still good? Oh, they're still here. Okay. Holy moly. Oh boy. It's one of those objectives. Finally.
Here we are then.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now,
What shall we do about our guest?
Maybe I take his hands, put an end to his surgery. Maybe I take his tongue, put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I take his cock, put an end to his fucking us.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
Now, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas. Do you hear me? I'll have your head.
No. I rather think you won't.
Quick little swipe and no more is. How's that sound, Mr. Church?
At least I'll be fair. More of your name, brat.
A little bit.
Oh, smoke bomb stuff.
Maybe you'll get past that. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. Just a quick little swipe and no more is. How's that sound?
Okay, I guess no.
Maybe you'll get lucky and pass out. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. Just a quick little swipe and no more is. How's that sound, Mr. Church?
Hey, what's up?
Who are you?
Haytham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
Full sync. Alright, and with that, I think I'm going to end it here. If you stopped by, hope you enjoyed. If you watched the recording, hope you also enjoyed. Later, folks.